back in the building. I'm back in the building. I'm back in the building. Back in the building. But it's good to be alive today, y'all. It's good to be here during this time today, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So much is happening so fast, and I'm just like, and I know it's about to be, it's the calm before the storm. But I'm still like happy to be here today. You dig? Man, you ever been in like a hurricane or something like that, and like right before the hurricane come, it's just like birds is chirping, you know what I'm saying? Everybody outside chilling and stuff like that. And then, you know, you get the mandatory evacuation order, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just start going crazy. People packing up their cars, you seeing your neighbors leaving and stuff. Your phone start ringing, everybody start asking, you staying? You staying? You leaving? You leaving? This is exactly how it happens for people that stay in Florida, you know, Alabama, you know, Louisiana, certain parts of Texas like Galveston and stuff like that. We used to that. That happens to us all the time, and we always just pack up, and you'll see your neighbors leaving, and it's crazy, and it's like an eerie thing. Like when you see this, if you really know what I'm talking about and you've seen it before, so you know what I'm talking about, it's like nothing to us. It's like a day-to-day thing. Not really. I'm exaggerating a bit, but around hurricane season, it's like in the back of your mind, like this could happen. So when it does happen though, and you see all your neighbors leaving, you just kind of like throw your hands up and like, if it's here when we get back, great. If it's not, call insurance companies, you know what I'm saying, and try to get my shit back. That's all you can pretty much do. But this is what's going on now. Like, it's so calm and peaceful, and things is going so well. Like, you know, it's like the calm before the storm. Not trying to be negative or anything like that. We hope for the best and we expect the worst. Because I wouldn't be a warrior if I wasn't expecting something to happen at all times. Complacency kills. General Mattis used to always say that overseas. And we might think that this is not a war, but this is definitely a war. All right, so everything is a battle. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you getting ready to go to work, you go to your wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? You get your clothes on, and some of y'all go throw on your uniform. You see what I'm saying? Because you're uniting to form a front. And y'all about to take care of this, whatever y'all have to do. I don't know if you're a plumber or you're a doctor, you're a nurse. You got the fighters on as soon as you get there. You got your uniform on with your little name tag and stuff, and you going in. Just like the people in the Marines and the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy, and the Space Force. I always thought it was funny, the Space Force. Like, who's like in that shit? Like, people from the Air Force that's like, you know, retired or whatever, or people that's like, you know, do they still have like Air Force people that branch over to that department or whatever? I don't know. But this is a question that I always was on my mind. But anyway, for most people, this is like survival. Like, every single thing that they're doing is for survival. Like, you can imagine, like, let's say a wife, she catches her husband cheating. This hypothetically speaking, yes, a wife, she catches her husband cheating, right? And then she lawyers up on him. She files for divorce, and she asks for alimony. Why is she asking for alimony? Because she needs to survive the same way that she's been surviving. And she does not need a drastic change due to his fuck up. You get what I'm saying? So this is survival of the fittest. And not the fittest in that situation, but this is survival of the fittest. And like, they have projections out there saying that in the next, hey, I'm serious. This is serious shit that I'm about to say right now. I was watching an interview, and I think one of the guys, I don't know if y'all know this guy, but the guy that wrote the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, something like that. It's kind of like an Asian guy. He used to live in Hawaii or something like that, and he wrote a book. I can't really think of it right now. If somebody really knows, leave it in the comment, like and subscribe. Go ahead and do that, you know what I'm saying, so that everybody can know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he said that it was projected that 2 billion people were going to starve to death in the next 3 years or something like that, maybe 7 years, something like that. But I was like, when he said it, I had to rewind the shit. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I hit the button, like, you know, you tap the screen and you go 15 seconds back. Like, I went 15 seconds back, like I had to, like, wait a minute, maybe I missed something, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, yeah, they're projecting for 2 billion people to starve to death in the next few years. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I never heard that before. So I don't know who they is and all that stuff like that, but man, that's just insane. That's insane, you know what I'm saying? And here we are, all of us, with gas is going up. We're complaining about gas when it's really projected for 2 billion people to starve to death. You know, it's like we ignorant and naive, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, we gotta really know what's going on in the world today. You know, we worrying about the wrong shit. I ain't gonna lie, they got a lot of people that really are taking this thing serious. They taking it serious down to the bone bristle to their heart, because they've been hoarding food for like the last 7 years. And I remember at one point I was like, you know, I was keeping water, like around hurricane season, I hoard water and shit like that, because I mean, look at it, man, like this. I see it like this. You can go about a good 2 weeks without eating. You might feel a little weak and faint and stuff like that, but you can't go 2 weeks without drinking water. You would dehydrate within the first 5 days, and within the 7th, 8th day you will be dead from no water. The body makes up about 90%, 80% of water. So you need water to survive. It's the substance of life besides the blood. You know what I'm saying? So this is about survival, people, and we can't survive if we don't go ahead and thrive. As far as Americans, because we've been so spoiled with all the fruits of our labor, like, and there's been so much plentiful. It's so plentiful. Everything is so plentiful in America, like North and South. I don't know about some of the smaller countries, like I think it's mostly politics that's affecting them, and warlords and warlocks and all this different stuff, and you got these cartels and all these people that are controlling things, to whereas these people are being affected by this by these people and being, you know, it's just sad, man. It's a sad thing, man, for one people to oppress another people. You know, it makes me so angry when I see that type of stuff happen. But man, I just hope that it doesn't happen. You know, I'm not saying that I want things to continue in the same. I want things to get better, but man, we got some work to do. We got a lot of work to do, because this is like very, very rough, man. It's very rough and it's scary. It's scary. I was thinking about what somebody told me when I was younger. They were saying that, you know, when I was in LA and they started having the forest fires, and I remember I was driving up the I-5 and I went to a buddy's house, and he was just like, yeah, man, somebody probably threw a cigarette out the window. But I'm thinking in my mind, like, damn, that's a lot of fucking cigarettes that's been thrown out the window lately. You know what I'm saying? With these fucking forest fires that's been happening all over the world. That's kind of like strange. You know, it's either somebody's like on a high level doing that shit on purpose, or it's like hot as a motherfucker and dry as a motherfucker over there. Which it is, you know what I'm saying? But I always looked at Cali like it was like cool, you know? It have that something that mist, that morning dew on the grass early in the morning when you wake up. from the nighttime, like, you know, the precipitation or whatever, and it always would be a little bit moist on the grass early in the morning. But when it came down to it, these fires just started, I don't know if that has been happening, but when I was there in like 05, 06, 07 or something like that, it wasn't like really happening like that. You know, it wasn't really happening like that. Long day, y'all. But energy still through the roof. But we still got to keep our mind focused on what's important today. That's the survival part. Like, you know, there's so much stuff going on, and there's so many people that are just like la 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 la, that have no idea what is about to transpire. Like, I haven't been saving food, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's, you know, that's on me. I ain't gonna lie, I have. I take that back. I've been hoarding like beans and shit. And I got the canned goods and stuff. I really don't eat canned goods. I like to eat fresh stuff because it's available still. It's like, you know, plentiful stuff. You can go to Walmart and stuff like that. You can go to Whole Foods and all that. So I actually do keep, excuse me, my nose is itching. I actually do keep a lot of canned goods and things of that nature. But I really don't have a surplus, you know? I don't have like a whole shed full of food in case something was to happen. I probably got like a cabinet full of beans and stuff like that. Talking about like beans with the expiration date is 2026, 2024, something like that. So I got like 2 years on those beans and stuff like that. I haven't like really checked the expiration date on it, but you know, it's dry food. It stays good for a very long time. So like every time I go make groceries, not every time, but every now and again, I just pick up black beans and red beans and stuff like that. 16, my dad, he likes the 16 beans, 17, something like that. If somebody probably knows what that is too, put that in the comments. 16 beans or something like that it's called. But we have to start thinking about our survival, y'all. A warrior does not think about his future. He's a survivor no matter what. And our mind is trained on, I can survive in the wilderness myself. I can take a compass and get to anywhere with my map. I learned that from being in the military, land navigation and all that stuff like that. So I'm not really worrying about that part, like not having a vehicle and stuff like that, because I mean, that would be yuck. No cars. Gotta walk everywhere. Oh my goodness. That would be terrible. But, you know, I mean, people getting these solar cars and I mean these battery powered cars, is like, it's not really much of a difference because you still gotta charge that thing up. So I mean, I think they're gonna be having, if there's no gas, then there's no power, believe you me. But I don't know, y'all like and subscribe. You know, survival is a must, and we have to keep ourselves focused around these times, because like I said, it's the calm before the storm. And it just, like, you know, it really wasn't many, it was just a solar eclipse the other day in New Orleans. You know, I'm passing the Superdome now. Let me see, I'm gonna try to show y'all real quick. If y'all look, that's the oh shit, so y'all can see it. So if y'all look, you know what I'm saying, you can see it. But there was a solar eclipse in New Orleans the other day. See, that's the Superdome now. You can't really see it though. I would pull the phone down, but I ain't gonna do it, not today. Because it's traffic. I don't want to have no accident. nobody's gonna pay my insurance for me. But what I was about to say, yeah, there was a solar eclipse in New Orleans the other day. I woke up in the morning, I had no idea because I don't watch the news. And I don't like really watch the stars and things of that nature. Like, they got some people out that they stay up and they watch everything on the news, and they stay in touch with reality. But I don't stay in touch with that. You can see the Superdome behind me right there. I'm passing it up. But they used to say that when that stuff would happen, like solar eclipse and things of that nature, then that meant that something was about to happen. So it was like a sign or whatever, which we know now. Well, so science tells us that no, that's not true. That's just this, that, and the third. Like the moon is moving in front of the sun. But I still don't understand that shit. I still don't understand that shit. It was nighttime, B. It was nighttime. So how the fuck is the sun out at night? And the moon blocking the sun at night? How? I don't understand. But whatever. If somebody can drop some comments in there, please tell me how. I always get the notification, so just go ahead and do it, please. Tell me how it works. I don't understand. Like, and I want like real fucking facts. Like, send me a link to a video or something so I can go check that shit out. So I don't get it. Y'all stay focused, man. Y'all stay eyes front. You know what I'm saying? Watch your six. They've been breaking in a lot of cars and stuff like that. So, I mean, civil unrest is another thing about survival. You can survive all these natural disasters. Now, one thing that happens during these natural disasters is they got guys that go looting. You know, they never really had nothing. They like the cover of darkness. The power's all out. So when the power's all out, it's pitch black. The moon really don't give off that much light unless it's a full moon. And trust me, it's not enough. So you got to be ready for that. So if you got your weaponry up, you got to be ready for that. You got to have your guns ready. You got to have protection. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it's for. It's for defense. It's to stop a threat that's imminent, an imminent threat. Guns are not supposed to be used in the manner that we use them. Like a lot of people go hunting and stuff like that. Like I go shoot my guns, but that's target practice. Because, like I said, I'm military, so I do it to like keep myself sharp. Because if you don't practice something, you lose it and you forget it. Like I remember when I haven't been to the range to shoot my rifle since I pretty much like in a long time. I always go out in the woods when I go to Mississippi, me and my cousins, and we let off some rounds with our assault rifles and stuff like that in the woods to like, you know, just to you know, do a little target practice and stuff like that, do quick mag changes and stuff like that. But we don't really like go out and, you know what I'm saying, zero our weapons anymore and stuff like that. So that's something that we need to all get back to, you know. And I've been hearing about an outdoor range that's not far from my house, and I'm trying to like really get there. I need to get there, and that will be some things that I'll post about that, you know, because that is like very important that you keep yourself sharp as an iron. Iron sharpen iron. Get with somebody that actually know about it a little bit, so that you can go ahead and learn something if you're not inclined to it. You know what I'm saying? My mom just had like a flood at her house. You know what I'm saying? The insurance covered it. Thank goodness that her insurance was current and up to date, because they paid for $10,000 for her flows to be redone. So I have to go to her house and like basically figure out what's been going on, because I put like this irrigation thing in her backyard to where it drains all the water from the backyard, because her area like holds water. They cut down a lot of trees over there, so the trees used to actually absorb the bulk of the water. Not very fast, but they or you already know they got a drain. But when they cut those trees down, it basically caused a problem and an issue for a lot of people, to whereas their yard now holds a lot of water because that water has nowhere to go. So I made a drainage system. It was like in the backyard, like a T, goes like this, drain right here, drain in the middle, comes up, drain on 2 more drains, and then it goes all the way over to underneath her sidewalk to the front to the drain that's on the street. That saved. I said, did the drains in the backyard, did the backyard hold water? And she was like, no, the backyard didn't hold no water. So thank goodness that you did that, because if I didn't have that, it would have been worse. I mean, it's tough work too, because you have to trench it. You have to dig probably like 2 feet down. Maybe not that deep, maybe, yeah, about 2 feet down. How far did I go down? Maybe about, I think I went down about a foot, maybe a foot and a half or something like that. But anyway, I laid the pipes down. The pipes have to have holes in them, and you put a bag around them, it's like a strainer bag to keep the dirt from getting inside of the pipe. And then as the water goes down into the holes, and then the water flows to the street. So basically, I did it kind of like that, and the water just goes back down to the sidewalk or whatever, underneath the sidewalk to the street. She said, if you wouldn't have did that, imagine how much damage it would have caused then. Because she wasn't home at the time when it flooded. It rained real hard, like it was like a flash flood. So a lot of places have been flooding. So if you don't have a good drainage system in your backyard, which a lot of people don't really think about that, you know what I'm saying? Go look up. They got a guy named his channel is called Climate Changes, I think, and he posts all the natural disasters all around the world. And man, it's super interesting to see that a lot of disasters happen all over the world. He had a map on his page, and he showed how all this stuff was like. He showed what the natural disasters were. The key at the bottom showed what the disasters were, and the dots on it will represent, the color of the dot will represent the natural disaster, a certain type of natural disaster, and it will show all the different places on the United States map, or on the world map, really. Matter of fact, it was a world map of all the places that had that. Man, I tell you, it looked like chicken pox all over it, like polka dots everywhere. The whole world is having these natural disasters. So it's not just hurricanes, it's hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, forest fires, typhoons, landslides, earthquakes, volcanoes, fucking volcanoes. So you got to understand that it's not what you think it is anymore. It's not just like, okay, it's raining outside, it's a thunderstorm. That we can handle as a people. When you have mad natural disasters and people are like, you know, stranded on top of their house, they had to bust a hole out their roof. This is insane. And it seemed like since Katrina, Hurricane Katrina, the shit has been picking up. So that's all I want to talk to y'all about today. You know what I'm saying? I hate to be like negative, but this is like something that we just got to prepare ourselves for, because it's kind of calm. Survival is key. Survival is key. You're supposed to try to survive at all costs. Go ahead and keep yourself focused on what's important. Your family first, yourself. So, because if you can't maintain yourself and you can't take care of yourself, and you're not well, then guess what? You can't take care of your family. So focus on yourself, family. Know what's inside of you is already, the creator is inside of you. You are one with the creator, the source, the most high, the collective. And love your neighbor as you love yourself, like you're supposed to. You know, because they have him inside of them too. They have, not him, but they have the creator, because I can't say him, because who knows? He doesn't have gender like we have. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't categorize himself as being a male or a female. They said it was a him. you know. So go ahead and keep yourself together and focus on what's important. And important is the well-being of yourself and your family, so that you can keep on being here for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, just like you have always been. Y'all stay up and Warrior Minded 1, energy straight through the roof. Ah!